Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the Smart Life Club. I'm Vickie Helm. This is the Coffee Break Show. And you have joined us from wherever you are in the world. And if you're new here, do me a favor, put your name down below so we can see you and know you and talk to you. And you can be part of the conversation as well. The Coffee Break Show comes up 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. And we talk, we share inspiration, we share tips and tools, we share guests, we share all kinds of things that are going to help you thrive. So I'm going to turn this down for a little bit as I go here. So today, good morning. Good morning, Sean. Nice to see you on board. See you people coming on board today. Today is Thursday. And I was like, okay, is it Throwback Thursday? Is it Happy Thursday? Is it what kind of Thursday? And I thought to myself, well, I'm going to, show them a new book, the newest book that's coming out. And you can see it up there. There's the new book right there coming out, except that we don't like the cover. So we're working on the cover and we're changing it. But if you think, well, that's really far away, Vickie, what is the book like this? Here it is. This is the one that's coming out right now. We're changing the cover. I'm not sure I like it. So what happened was, as I was writing, I thought, what would be people's memoirs right now? What would be their memoir? And I wrote a couple down for me as well. I was like, what would be my memoir? What would be the title of my memoirs this morning? And I am actually happy and excited to hear what would be the title of your memoir? What would you have it be? Look at this. Brian Rogers, I use StreamYard. Why do you put this? Do we all need to do that? I'm going live with StreamYard before leaving comment. Please grant StreamYard permission. Brian, you use StreamYard. Glad to see it. I leave that thing up here because StreamYard is a third party. It's a third party user. You have to, the people who see you, you have to grant permission. They have to have permission. They have to grant you permission to see their name. Once you do it and you're kind of on the show every day, it'll work. But yes, if StreamYard is there, because I use StreamYard, I love it, but it always asks for permission from us. But thank you, Brian, for being here. Good morning, Donnie. The sun has come up another day. Good morning, everyone. Yes, it has. Good morning for the Coffee Break Show. Now, if it was your Thursday, what would be the title of your memoirs? What would be the title? And I thought, man, it's like a moment for you to look at your life and think, what would the title be? You remember that movie? It was a TV show. It had Urkel on it, and he used to say, "Did I do that?" And I thought, wow, that would be mine. I'd be like, "Did I do that?" Or remember that? What are you talking about, Willis? I'd be, "What are you talking about, Vickie?" That would be the name of my memoir. Or I decided that I liked Fly by the seat of my pants. I would do that, fly by the seat of my pants. Thriving Thursday. That's right. It is Thriving Thursday. What do we got here? Sean says, living the good life every minute. Yeah, that's right. Ooh, I like this one. Sean came up with Family Matters. That's right. Family Matters. That would be the show that had that. Did I do that? And I was like, okay, that would be that. But so far I like flying by the seat of my pants, because that is denoting something about you. What I noticed about the memoirs, when you make a title for your memoir and you're actually writing it, it talks about a little bit about who you are on the inside, and I'm like, fly by the seat of my pants. I'll make it work. We'll figure it out, and so if you take a look at the book title, Figure Outable, everything's figure outable. And some of the titles that came on for people, I was like, oh, it denotes part of their character. So the question is, what part of your character would you put as your memoir title? And I liked Flying by the Seat of My Pants. That's what I would do right now. I don't know, when I write my memoir, I'll let you know. And we'll have the title on that. Excellent title, Sean. I like that too. It's amazing you know that. So right now, what would be the title you would go by? What would be, like I see some of you people on, and for me, I would probably just, like Scott, I'd be like whistleblower. I mean, that would be like the title that would go out. What title would you use for your memoir? Go ahead and be brave, put it on the side, and let people know a little bit about you. And I like that. Living the good life every minute. And so a lot of times, I have to tell you a secret. I have to tell you a secret. Every time that I name a company, I name my company based on what energy I want to call to us, like Invincibles. That we have named our team Invincibles LLC, so that it's the energy of invincibility is part of what comes here. And when you name books, your titles and everything else, they're part of the promise and the energy and the things that you bring to us. And so when you think about these things, what you're saying is, this is part of the essence of me. This is part of the manifestation abilities of me. And so, fly by the seat of my pants, I could go, okay, what is it that you want to have in your memoirs? I mean, what is it? And so it could be tenacious, just one word, tenacious, or something, or I am. And then whatever that title of that book is, I am, and that word, you'll find out a piece of your core essence when you think about it, when you think it's like, so for instance, without really saying anything, Sean says, living the good life every minute and family matters. And although he was answering my question, Family Matters is the name of the show. To him, that's true. Family matters. And if you get up to a point where you're thinking about what it is that you're about, if you sit down and say, what would I name my memoirs? You'll find that you're thinking of words to describe your chutzpah. You're thinking of words that describe your tenacity or your success traits. I mean, it's a way that, even if your title is Been Through Hell, I mean, there's part of you that is telling him, buddy, been through hell and I know how to get through it. So what happens when you pick that book title is you're picking a part of your purposefulness, the aspect of you that has some of your core essence in it, so that you are like, hey, that's a good part of me. I have access to that, or I have good access. So even if you have, did I do that as your title, you can be like, did I do that? Did I do that? Did I do that? I mean, it has tons of energy and tonality where you can see that maybe you've got chutzpah in your title. And the question is, what is the name of your book? You can't pick my title, Flying by the Seat of Your Pants, Robin. Brian, if people don't give permission, the only thing Vickie sees is the Facebook user. We want to see names. Make sense. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good afternoon, Marie Jo. Now that I know what time zone you're in, good afternoon. Let's see, Scott. Only Now. Ooh, gosh, that's a great title. Scott's name of his memoirs. Okay, this is really great. His title is Only Now. That's really cool. That's well thought out of. That's sexy. Even I would be like, wow, that is actually a great book title. It would be a great book title. I have named my marketing companies in the same way, Vickie. First was Bright Ideas. Yes, because then you have bright ideas. I get it. Then Marketing Muse. Muse is a person who inspires the best in others. Robin, I can see that title for you. Hey, Martin, I can't wait till you were on. I'm so excited. I have Timothy Craggett next week is our Wednesday welcome guest, which I'm really excited about. But Martin Wales is in the lineup, and I'm super excited about talking with you too. Good morning, Dee Dee. Hello. So today we are talking about, what would the title of your memoir be? What would it be? If you say that title, you're speaking about one of the core essences that is you. And if you take that, what would the title of my memoirs be? And so I love Only Now very much. That's the smartest book right now. I did it my way. Unstoppable. Yes, that would be unstoppable. I have to tell you, that is a big word for me, to be unstoppable. And that's Marie Cho. And that's such an important aspect. I actually have a company with that name as well. And to me, it's like, once you get to the point where that's your core essence, you can start pulling it apart. Now, let me just say, if you were writing a book and the name of the book was Unstoppable, you'd have to go and talk about the stories of when you were unstoppable. And inside that story would be 3 key points that you could use at the end of probably every chapter of what makes someone unstoppable. And you could see, okay, if this was my memoir and I'm writing this, you could write and design an online program based on those points that you think are unstoppable. So how would you sell it? You put how to be in front of it. How to be unstoppable. And if we're like going back up to only now, how to be in only now, or just only now, I would have a subtitle, how to be in the moment and see opportunity, or whatever you wanted to see. But you're seeing the point of your entire beingness. And when we say my title would be only now, that to me, I'm guessing, Scott, if I'm wrong, you tell me. It's about being in the present and being completely, wow, you are you are all on here right now. Anyway, you are being in the moment, and you are being completely here now, and looking at the opportunities of what's here now. Ooh, I love this one. Donald Gifford. He says, my title would be, I am not who I think I am, the journey to self-discovery. That's a fantastic title. That's actually a keeper. I am not who I think I am, the journey to self-discovery. Beautiful. Barb says, my title of my memoirs would be Unconditional Love. Oh, that's fantastic. I love that. Martin Wales, hey, the customer catcher's in the house. Brian Rogers says, Martin Wales. Yeah, he's there. So we're going to have some fun with him in a couple of weeks there too. Doing the impossible every day. That's a great title, Edie. Dee says, doing the impossible every day. Doing the impossible every day. Love that. And yes, I meant the E. That's cool. Let's see. Timothy Craggett next week. He's going to be on. Thank you for that, Karen. And the subtitle would be Loving the Skin You're In, Warts and All. Oh, I love the title of that. That's actually a good memoir, Barb. You should make sure you write that down and keep it, because I would buy it and read it. That's a great title. My title, Overcoming Me, transforming the world one choice at a time. Overcoming Me, transforming the world one choice at a time. I love that one. Overcoming Me, transforming the world one choice at a time. I actually like these. You know, if these book titles were right now in front of me, I'd be like, buy. I'd want to know all of them. All of them would be great. Okay, so Brian. Oh gosh, Brian Rogers says, I think my memoir would be just WTF. And so I said the words in my head, WTF. That's funny. That would be good. I love this one, Martin. I want to tell you something. No, I can't tell them yet, Martin. I want to give them a hint. Okay, but I will later. All right. Breathe, the true life's miracle story of faith and hope. That's Martin Wales would be Breathe in capital letters, the true life miracle story of faith and hope. I'm already signed up. I have to read that one. And I love that one. That's probably about Miracle Marcus, but still, Breathe, the true life's miracle story of faith and hope. I love that one. Barb, I love this title even more. Not mine, but my baby son's title. That's right. I thought it would be for him. Miracle Marcus. I can't even wait to hear that. Ooh, gosh, that's really a good one. Mine, yes. Brandon, how are you? Music is therapy. That's mine. I love that. Music is therapy. You know what? I totally agree with you. Brandon, music is some of the best therapy ever, ever, ever on the planet. From the time I'm a little girl till right now, music is always therapy. Thank you for that. That's mine. I like that. Music is therapy. Mm-mm-mm. Just saying, wit and wisdom for your life. Just saying. I love that one. That's a great title, Martin. Just saying, wit and wisdom for your life. It would be fun read. You'd make me laugh. Martin, I love this. Based on the title I know about you, this is perfect. I agree. I really love that you started it already. Robin Helm, the outline. Love it. All right. I have to spill the beans. I have to spill the beans, just a little beans. I'm not going to tell him everything, Martin, but just some of the beans. So I met Martin a really long time ago, God, like over a decade, I think now. And, I called him one day because I needed his help. And I was like, dude, I have written this many books and I can't figure out the titles. And this guy is so good. So we hired him, and in 24 hours, he had these amazing titles that he came up with, the subtitles and everything over my books just in 24 hours. And he was like, this one should be this one should be this one should be this. And they're named that. And I love them. No, laugh out loud. Thank you. But I had to be able to tell them, he's the best book title guy around. And when we get to talking about the customer catcher and how to catch an audience and everything else, you'll see why the magic of him when he's on there. But it's not next week. Next week is Timothy Craggett. And this guy is awesome. Timothy is going to be, you don't want to miss him. This guy is a sound man for, he just did the Impact Factor movie. And he's a disc jockey. He does business. He does so much. He is rocking cool. I can't wait till you guys meet him. Robin says, oh my God, that's funny because I've been threatening to write something like that because I have been working with the elderly for years and have so many pieces of wisdom that they have shared with me. You know, that is beautiful. Wait, Donald says, silence is chaos. Find your inner peace. Silence is chaos. Find your inner peace. Silence in chaos. I'm sorry, I'm reading that wrong. Let me read that again. Silence in chaos. Find your inner peace. I want to let you know, silence is my gateway. When I'm quiet, you just slide in really deeply and can go deeply, very much part of you. But the thing is this, when you think about your memoirs, you're summing up the essence of who you are, what's important to you, or what you find valuable in the world. When you say, what would the title be? You take the core essence of you and you have to make it 1, 2, 3 words, and so it's like silence and chaos. Whatever that is, acknowledge those pieces of your core self. Look at who you are deeply, understand who you are deeply. And it's okay. It's like one of the things that Barb just said, I'm unconditional love. And this is me, warts and all. It's like unconditional loving. And the power of that ability to be in whatever you are, whether it's, when you say something funny, like Brian said, my title would be W2F, and that would be funny. That's humorous. But when you get serious and you take that, like Martin said, he said, breathe. I mean, one of the fundamental things, breathe, the true life miracle story of faith and hope. So faith and hope, really important to him. There's a true life miracle that happened. And so when we get to loving the skin you're in, the most important person you can love is you, isn't it? And when you're really good at loving you, you're taking a piece of your core essence, which is, in Scott's case, I'm like the ability to be in the now, the ability to be and arrive in this moment and really explore it. Those are core essences. Those are a piece of your soul that you're looking at. And those are the things those are the parts of you that have helped you win, help you get where you have gotten so far, help you be tenacious, help you get through the fire, help you live through the pain, help you live through the fear and everything else. Those are the skills. So if somebody's like, okay, I use silence as a way for me to go in and I do those things. And when you write titles of things, you're explaining the core essence of your book. And the subtitle is the promise of the book, the promise of what's in the book. And so, what I wanted to say today to everyone is that take a moment and say, what would be the title of your book? What would be the title of it? So, appreciate the shout out, bro. Thank you. See, there's Brian. Uh, uh, Robin says Martin Wales is brilliant. Yes, he is. And he's very witty and super funny. Love your work. So creative. Thanks for sharing, Brian. Martin wrote the bio that has landed. Hang on. Martin wrote the bio that has landed me some pretty cool stuff. I'm going to agree with that too. Martin wrote my bio as well. He's worth every penny that you spend on writing those bios. The guy is fantastic at it. To this day, it's still my bio. That was a good reminder, actually, Brian. I had forgotten that he had done my bio in a lot of my books and stuff. He's a great copywriter in that way. He's a great marketing writer. We'll talk about that on, next Wednesday, but it's going to be fun. Robin, Facebook is acting up for me. I have a series underway, started long ago. And so I would love to read that series when you're done, Barb. That book is going to be, I would love to read it. So Barb says, loving the skin you're in is one of the motivational speeches I do nationwide. People need to hear it. Write your book. Oh yeah, I love that. Brian says, I'm adding a subtitle to WTF. Just happened. Oh, I can see why Brian and Martin are friends. That was that was good. Yes, I would like that. That's actually a really powerful title. WTF just happened, And so if you're looking at your life and you want to know where your gifts are, sit down for a moment and actually take a minute and say, what would my memoir be? What would the title of my memoir be? And you can be funny and you can be serious. And even if you write down 4 titles, like, oh no, I like this title, this title, this title. The reason you're writing them down is because they are an expression of the core beingness of you. And you're going to sneak in and find out that you have some gifts. You have the gift of humor, and you have the gift of tenacity, and you have the gift of being unstoppable, and you have the gift of talking. You're going to find your gifts, because when you write your memoir, what's coming out is not how you just failed, but how you succeeded, how you got there, what you're fighting for. And those messages are the things the world is going to need right now. They need your insights. They need your inspiration. They need how you got through it. They need you to tell the story of you. And most people won't tell the story of them. Most people want some perfection. Sometimes the most imperfect story, the hardest story, the most ugly story, that hero's journey, that's what people need to hear right now. How did you get through these times? How did you do that? How did this happen? And believe it or not, there are boatloads of people willing to listen because they're looking for answers. And you may have the perfect answer for them. Robin Helm, don't blink, timeless wisdom and tips for life. And that's what I mean right there. Don't blink. Love that, Martin. I don't know, dude. You really have that on there. You're like magic with book titles. Sean says, I tend to say this in my head several times a day in my surprise of how things end up going. WTF are we doing here? Oh, Sean, that's a good one. I can see that saying there. Thank you. I did some motivational speaking under the title in my 50s, Karen. The reality becomes even richer after 60. That's cool. Martin, Robin mentioned the seniors in abstract on the back cover. Yes, Robin mentioned the seniors in the abstract and on the back cover. Love that. Yes, I'm writing a book somewhat related. Do you see this, Robin? This man is helping you, okay? And it's free. I had to pay for it. You're getting it for free. Note that. Get that down. Let's see. Yes, I'm writing a book somewhat related. It is a message people need to hear. Yes, that's a keeper. Thanks, Martin. I'll send you the first copy. All right, I'm holding you to that. Sending you the first copy. Sean says grocery stores, driving pretty much anywhere, watching people with their kids laugh out loud. Yes, yes. Tell it like it is. Oh, I love that. I love that. Marie Jo says, tell it like it is. That's about being direct. I love that. Thank you. That's a great title. Now, I want you to say to yourself, wow, this is part of me. These words I'm saying is part of me. Even if it's WTF, how did I get here? Or WTF, what just happened? I mean, do you see that that's how the world feels right now? They're all going, WTF, how did we get here? WTF, what just happened? I mean, those are the questions that are coming through. And the people are searching for those answers now. And although they're funny and they're cute and they're imaginative and everything else, they're still what's here in consciousness. And, sometime in your life, the beauty of your memoir is that you get to tell it like it is. You get to say WTF. You get to share the piece of you and leave a legacy for other people to find a way through. And that's today's show. I'm so impressed with the titles that came up here. Martin, you were so quick. Brian, it was nice to meet you. I want to say it was really fun to have you here. And I will see you guys tomorrow on Friday. Peace out. Mwah. Have fun. Talk to you later. Bye.